Did you hear that Brompton updated their e-bike designs? Let's talk about it. So we recently made a big video reviewing Brompton's foldable electric bikes, and unfortunately, right after we published that video, Brompton announced a bunch of changes to their e-bike design. The reason that this was a bummer for us is that we're a really small channel and we put a lot of work into researching, testing the bikes, and filming that review. And the last thing that we want is for you to think that we're putting out reviews that aren't accurate or that are of old versions of products. So we actually asked Brompton to send us the new updated e-bike designs that they just launched so that we could create a new review. And while we're waiting for that to happen, here's what we know so far about the design changes. The first and probably the biggest change with this new e-bike design is that they're moving the motor from the front wheel hub where it is right now to the back wheel hub. These bikes that we tested have a range of about 20 to 45 miles on a single charge, depending on what level of assistance you use, how many hills you bike up, how much you weigh. And the new design should have a range up to 56 miles on a single charge. So you can go a little bit further on one charge. And then also the benefit of moving the motor to the back wheel means that it's going to make the bike a little bit more steady because you'll have the acceleration underneath where your weight is instead of it being in the front wheel. If you watch our original review, these were not issues that we noticed before. It wasn't like it felt unsteady when you were accelerating or it was difficult to control the bike. It was definitely not something that 99% of people riding this bike would notice, but that's something that they've updated, so hopefully it's going to be even better in the next version. And then the second main change with the new design is that they're going to move the button that you use to choose the assistance level of the motor, which is currently right here on the battery in front of your handlebars. They're going to move it from the battery to right on your handlebar. And that was something that we pointed out in our original review, that at the very beginning when we first started using these bikes, it felt a little bit awkward to have to reach over the handlebar to change the assistance level, but I got used to it so fast that it was not an issue at all. It was just different from other e-bikes that I've ridden, but it definitely wasn't something that made this an actual problem. It wasn't uncomfortable, it wasn't inconvenient. It felt weird the first time I rode the bike, and then I got used to it and it was fine. Another reason why this isn't an issue is because you very rarely have to change the assistance level because you have the gears to handle hills. In fact, I usually leave my bike at level 1 or 2 of assistance for an entire ride. Those are the two main changes that are coming up with Brompton's new e-bike designs. Are they life-changing, earth-shattering? Are they going to make it into a totally new bike? No, absolutely not. They're not huge changes. If you currently have one of the Brompton e-bikes, you do not need to go out and upgrade your bike and get a new one to get these new features. It's not that big of a deal, but it's worth knowing about. And if you're comparing the old bikes, which are still available as of the time of filming this, to the new designs, those are the differences that you're looking at. And those differences cost a lot more. Brompton is discounting the bikes that they have left of this version, and that means you can save about $1,000 if you wanted to get one of the old bikes. If I were in the market for a Brompton e-bike right now, I would go for the original design in order to save $1,000 more or less, instead of waiting for the new design, which is going to be launching in North America in January. This was the previous version of the C Line electric bike. We loved riding these bikes. We thought they were excellent. They definitely didn't need any of these improvements. But if you're trying to decide between buying this version now at a discount or waiting for the updated design in January, I hope this was helpful for you. Let us know if you have any questions below in the comments. We'll be there to answer. And also, there seems to be a lot of people who know even more than us about Brompton e-bike who hang out in the comments, and that's fantastic. So there should be a good discussion about this new design. Like I said, we're a new channel, we're just getting started, but we're making videos about sustainable travel and sustainable products. So if you're interested in more of that, please subscribe so that you can stay tuned for future videos. Thanks for watching. Time to ride off into the sunset again. Wait.
Sunset is on the other side.
Wait, the sunset's over here. By the way, I forgot to mention that we also host small group e-bike trips in Italy. So if you want to come bike around a part of Italy that most tourists never see, you should check out the link below.